Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel on this very windy day. Apologies if you can hear that. My name is Heather and I've been having a strange couple of weeks, honestly, in my personal life. I've been dealing with car repairs and insurance and unexpected power outages, along with national and international news, strange things at work, but books and reading and BookTube continue to bring me joy. So when I saw that Molly at the Reading Hour had done this tag video, even though she didn't tag me in it, and I feel like a little bit of an interloper for doing it without being tagged, it was just the perfect inspiration for today, an opportunity to share gratitude and spread love and joy, as I think we all need right now. So the prompts for this tag are separated into a couple of different categories, so bear with me as I look down at my laptop to let you know what they are. The first set of prompts have to do with joy. So number one asks me to name an author who brings me joy or discuss a specific book that made me feel joyful. This could be applied to any of my favorite authors, any wonderful theater experiences, but right now, in this moment, I have to say I am listening to The Empire by Michael Ball, and it is bringing me such delights. I am already halfway through and it's only been a week. I adore this book so much. I think it's his sense of fun and joy. It's the joy that the characters find in their work in the theater, and the fact that he is a comfort listen for me. My family and I have loved his radio show for many, many years now. And so it's wonderful having his voice telling me this delightful story and hearing the joy that he is finding in it, the joy that the characters are experiencing. It's just delightful, and I can't wait to finish it and move on to book 2 as well. Number 2 says, discuss something about BookTube that you find joyful. And it's all wonderful, but I think the things that come to mind for me in terms of finding joy are any readathons, anything that brings people together and gets people really excited about a particular topic. I also love vlogs and book hauls, letting me escape into someone else's life, experiencing their joy and their excitement with them, and the opportunities for community. The fact that I have made several really good friends through doing BookTube is just incredible, and I will be forever grateful for that. Speaking of friendship, that's the next category, and prompt 3 says, discuss a book that focuses primarily on friendship. And I went through quite a few of them, but honestly one that I came up with was the Check Please graphic novels. I adore these. These were huge. At least I thought they were huge on BookTube a few years ago. I'm not sure if I was correct in that assumption, but these are delightful. Yes, there's a romantic plotline in these, but more than that, I loved these due to the found family, especially the side adventures of all of his teammates. If you're unfamiliar, this is a comic series. It started as a web comic and then became published in actual books, about a young man who goes off to college and was a figure skater growing up and is very, very good. But at this college, there are no opportunities for figure skating, so he joins the hockey team. And he's not sure if coming out to them would go well, if that would be accepted. And he starts to develop a crush on the captain, and he's not sure if it's reciprocated. He's also very good at baking. All of the characters in this book were so sweet and so delightful. I loved all of the friendships that formed, and if you haven't read it, I really encourage you to do so. Prompt number 4 is laughter. Discuss a book that makes you laugh. And there are, again, a couple of these, but I have to go with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I still remember reading this for the first time when I was in college myself and being curled up in an armchair in the window, just hysterically laughing and getting very strange looks from other students walking by. But I didn't care. It is delightful, and I will still read passages out loud to my family, desperately trying to convince them to read it. I mean, to this day, I will still quote the description of the Pangalactic Gargle Blaster cocktail. Drinking a Pangalactic Gargle Blaster is like having your brain smashed out with a slice of lemon, wrapped round a large gold brick. The next section is community. So prompt number 5 asks me to discuss a book where the idea of community is important. And for this, I had to go with 2. I think friendship and community are hugely important in the Pages & Co. series by Anna James. I adore this entire series. It's about Anna, who is a young girl living with her grandparents who own a bookstore. She discovers that not only are she and the rest of her family book wanderers, meaning they can step into the pages of their favorite books, but that this might give her a clue into what happened to her mother. Her friend Oscar is pulled in. They make friends with other children along the way in terms of their adventures. There is a network of book wanderers that they find out about, and all of that community and all of those connections are very important to how the series develops. But in addition, I would also say the particular charm of Miss Jane Austen deals with community quite a lot, but in a very different way. And this is by Ada Bright and Cass Grafton. And this is the story of 2 20 or 30 something women who have found each other online through a shared love of Jane Austen. And they're meeting up in Bath for the first time for the Jane Austen Festival, and they're really excited to meet each other, but they're also incredibly nervous about meeting each other in person for the first time. And that to me is so relatable. That is truly how I have felt about various friendships that I have made online through BookTube, and then meeting those people for the first time in person and thinking, oh my gosh, is this actually going to work? But in addition, it talks about the importance of Jane Austen, and it explores an alternate reality where her books don't get published and what would happen to these women's lives and to the lives of everyone around them, and how foundational she actually is without a lot of people realizing it. And so the community in that sense, in terms of fandom and appreciation for a particular artist, is really important as well. And I loved exploring that too. Which brings us to prompt 6. Tell us about a communal reading experience you have had. And for me, I don't know that this was communal, as there were just 2 of us, but reading Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke stands out in my memory as one of the best buddy reads I have ever had. And I didn't even have the word buddy read to apply to it at the time. I was reading this over the summer when I was doing my graduate work, and my friend decided to read it at the same time. I think he had found it first at the library, and we decided we were going to read this together because it seemed like something that was up both of our streets. And I just remember it consuming both of our lives, and how we would be texting each other and calling each other whenever we hit a certain point going, oh my God, this just happened. I still remember walking out of school one day, heading to my car to discover his text saying, Mr. Norrell's first name is Gilbert. This is so perfect. And it was just the best thing that I think either of us have ever done in terms of our reading lives. And we still have such a deep and abiding love for this story. And then very soon after, it was adapted for television, and we watched it together, and we're just gripping each other the whole time, even though we knew how it ended. It's just perfect. We're hoping to reread this at some point this year together, and I can't wait. The next section is gratitude. So name a book in which a character demonstrates real gratitude, or name a book that left you feeling a sense of gratitude. So for me, I think the best example of a character who deeply exemplifies gratitude is Anne of Green Gables, who ironically was quoted earlier in the prompts. But for me, her gratitude, her sense of wonder at everything is something that I used to heavily identify with when I was younger, and now is something that I look back on and think, I need to cultivate an Anne-like spirit a little bit more. Such that in the corner of my room, I am looking at a piece of artwork that I made with her quote, "Dear old world, you are very lovely, and I am glad to be alive in you." That just sums up the entirety of Anne for me, and it's a constant reminder to myself of the fact that the world is a lot better than it feels like it is most days, or at the very least that there is beauty to be found in the world every day, and to try and look for it. The next step is, of course, to tag some people, and I am, as per usual, going to chicken out and just say, if you would also like to spread love and joy, please do this tag. Again, thank you to Molly for bringing this tag to my attention, and I, again, hope that I wasn't an interloper for leaping on it unasked. And if you don't have a channel but would like to share your answers to some of these questions, do leave them for me down below. If you do have a channel, also let me know that you have also done this tag, and I will gladly check that out as well. Until next time, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye everyone.